Alright everybody, now it has been some time since I've talked about Prehistoric Kingdom, but truth be told, I need to talk about it again because of course the game just got its brand new amazing trailer that was just released, well technically yesterday with IGN and officially today with them, along with also some new information mentioned in a live stream that, well, we're not going to be addressing in this video. In this video, we are just going to be going over the brand new trailer, just a thoughts and analysis kind of video. I'm not going to dive deeper into all the other news that has been revealed. There's a lot to talk about, but I'm going to save it for other videos, so I have more to talk about in the game and in multiple videos, as I want to be, as much as I am focusing on Planet Zoo, I want to focus on Prehistoric Kingdom as well, and so it's got to be in multiple videos. But again, for this one, we'll just be taking a look at the new trailer, and I'll be giving my thoughts. Now, a lot of new things were revealed in this trailer. It was incredible, and it does give people like the first good look at what it will be like at launch. You know, we've seen so many changes with this game throughout the many years it's been in the works, and this is essentially their way of saying, hey, this is it. This is what Prehistoric Kingdom is going to be like, and it just looks incredible. It is exactly what people wanted Jurassic World Evolution to be. And while I still love that game to death, I can understand why people are more excited for this. Like, this game, it's gonna kick some. It really is. And thankfully, we even have an idea of when it will be released. This game will be released in Quadrant 2 of 2021. Now, if you didn't know, that is April, May, or June. One of those months, apparently, it is going to be launched. At least their first version of it, because even I was surprised to hear today that the game's going to have less creatures at launch than what they had been saying. I don't know. There's a lot more information. I have to go through all of it again, but I will eventually and talk about it in another video, as I said. But either way, for me, what's really exciting about that time of the year, so again, that's April, May, and June. My birthday is May, so maybe this could be a birthday present for me. It literally could be my own present to me. As selfish as that sounds, it's true. It could be. My birthday is May 26th, so keep my fingers crossed. That would be an amazing time to get it, and very probable. So we'll just have to wait and see. But, you know, again, we're going to be talking about the trailer in this video, so I don't want to waste any more time, but before we actually talk about it, in case you haven't seen it yourself, I will link it in the description down below, or you can just watch it right now.
What if time could be rewritten? What if we could bring back the wondrous creatures extinction left behind? What if you could run your own prehistoric kingdom? Through the power of genetic technology, biological marvels from a bygone era roam the Earth once more, providing an opportunity to protect, preserve, and nurture the ancient past. But it's not just the animals that are looked after. State-of-the-art facilities keep the guests entertained and satisfied throughout their visit to the park. This place is a sanctuary for our planet's rich history, with extinct species of all shapes and sizes. And of course, you can also find some of the cute ones. It reminds me of mine back home. It's crucial we give these beautiful creatures the respect and care they need. Or else we might be the ones facing extinction.
Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty amazing trailer if you ask me. And so how we're gonna do this is I'm just gonna start by talking about what are my initial thoughts of the trailer. Even though I know I'm a day late, but I still want to talk about it. I want to give my thoughts on the trailer, my initial thoughts, and then from there point out what exactly in this trailer that I like. What is recognizable and notable. And so, well, first off, again, just talking about my initial thoughts here. I mean, if it isn't obvious already, just like everyone else, I was flabbergasted with this trailer in a good way. I was impressed. The game is so Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution mixed. Like it is if you take Jurassic World Evolution, Planet Zoo, and sprinkle in a bit of its own uniqueness, combine it all together, and you got Prehistoric Kingdom. Now, what really impresses me most, it's not even any of the new features or anything like that, or any of the new creatures, but it's more about how the game looks. How it looks in that trailer, and compare it to how it used to look. When it first became somewhat of a thing, this is what it looked like. Like, look at that. It's nice. But this is amazing. So, I just can't believe how far this game has gone. I mean, then again, 4 to 5 years in the works will do that to you, but it is really impressive. You can just tell how passionate these people are about this project. And I did sit in on the live stream. I did listen to it, and I will be talking about that in the next video. As again, this video is just more me explaining my thoughts. But again, throughout the whole live stream, I could just feel that these people really cared about this game. They really did. And it's not a huge team. It's not a huge company game. It's just these people doing what they want to do, and I respect that. I love that. It only makes it feel that much more worth it. Now, again, there's a lot of information revealed in the live stream. As I said, we're not talking about that right now, as some of it I was excited to hear, some of it I was a little disappointed, but just going off again what the trailer shows us. Well, first off, Nigel Marven. Do I need to say it? Everyone has said it. Yeah, Nigel Marven is going to be a part of Prehistoric Kingdom. It actually was confirmed on the live stream, basically, and yeah, that is really cool. Now, personally, I've never watched Prehistoric Park, but I know what it is, so yeah, why wouldn't I be excited? That is a very cool thing. Nigel Marven is a part of Prehistoric Kingdom. What more could we ask for? Now, when we get past all that, we get past the fact that Nigel Marven is actually part of this, and that the game, style-wise, is such an achievement over what it used to be, what about this trailer stuck out? Well, a number of things. First off, new creatures. Now, as I said, we'll be talking about this kind of stuff in the next video, but some creatures were cut from the game, other creatures were added. As we can see, there are 3 new creatures in this trailer: the Ceratops, Dinocheirus, and Microraptor. Now, all 3 of these are really amazing species. I love that they picked them, and I understand, because the ones they got rid of were kind of just more basic herbivores in exchange for a more unique species. I totally get it, and I love it. So to be honest, Ceratops, just talking about each of them individually here, Ceratops, I am not surprised they went with. It has kind of blown up in popularity in the last year, obviously because of Battle at Big Rock. So yeah, understandably, they'd want to do it. I don't blame them. But then, of course, we have Microraptor and Dinocheirus. Now, that is just... First off, when I first heard they were cutting Nothorhynchus from the game, I was kind of sad. I was very sad, actually. I thought it was a pretty cool creature. It was new to me. But then again, they exchanged it for, obviously, the Dinocheirus, and I can't help but support that. Dinocheirus is a crazy creature. It's just so strange. People are very fascinated about it. It's a very strange dinosaur, and it's like if you mix a Spinosaurus, a swan, and a Veracinosaurus together, you get Dinocheirus. And it's just, yeah, it's great. And you can just see it. And in the clip we actually have of it, it looks amazing. Just walking through a swamp, looking like a gigantic prehistoric goose. I just love it. And then, of course, the Microraptor. Now, this is what got me most curious throughout the whole entire trailer. In terms of new things, a mini exhibit. They did say it is a mini exhibit creature. Now, that's the only one we know about right now, but I think there's a good chance, of course, there will probably be more of those, whether that be after launch or in launch. We know now that the game is going to launch in Q2 with only 22 species, which is disappointing, but again, we'll talk more about that later on in the next video. But still, it poses questions. The whole mini exhibit poses questions. I'm curious to see how they will work, unless I just wasn't listening to the live stream, but I didn't hear anyone talk about it yet, not too much, but I'm curious to see if it is buildable or is it placeable. Is it like Planet Zoo's tank animals? I don't know, but currently Microraptor is going to be a mini exhibit creature, and I'm all for that. It's that is a really cool species to add. I'm not surprised either. It's popular. People would want it, and yeah, it also gives us a taste for what they'd probably want to do down the line. In the past, they've said they would like to look into doing things like aquatic creatures and more avian creatures, and this kind of gives you an idea. They could implement it, however this mini exhibit works, they can just take it and expand it greatly to give us pterosaurs in the future. Even if it's a long time from now, it could happen. It really could, and of course everyone would be all for it. Now, we've talked about the new creatures, and I'm going to talk about them again later on, but besides all that, we also can't help but notice the new buildings. Well, they're not new, the new buildings, but just the buildings in general. And in fact, when I say buildings, just talking building-wise overall, there's a lot you can do in terms of building, obviously. We know you're going to have a brush tool to place down whole forest. You can place plants individually. The buildings apparently can be, it can go in like 1 to 2 directions. You can do it easy, or you can do it more customizable like Planet Zoo, or it can be easy like Jurassic Evolution, where you just place down the building, all that good stuff. I think it's a good system. It hits the world of Jurassic Evolution and Planet Zoo right in the middle. You can do either one you want. I've heard it's not going to be as customizable as Planet Zoo, but it has customization to it, and that, if it's more than Jurassic Evolution, then of course I'm still going to be all for that. But I can't help but notice how beautiful the buildings look, and this is just their work as the developers. And I've noticed that developers of a game usually don't do as much work in the game as people will actually do in the future. You know what I'm saying? They're just setting up what needs to be set up so people will get attached to the game. But they had done a good job. Whatever park they built here for the trailer, it looks great. The buildings look beautiful. The foliage works well with it. It gives me so many ideas, and I cannot wait to just get in there and start figuring out things. I want to build indoor Protoceratops exhibits, as we saw in the video. I want to build a woolly rhino house. I want to do it. I want to build the Torvosaurus exhibit. You guys saw that, right? It looked amazing. The rock work is gorgeous. Can't say that enough. In fact, it looks even better than Planet Zoo. So rock work, I am excited to get into. But overall, to sum it up, in this part that I'm talking about here, the building is going to be really good for what it is. It may not be as much as Planet Zoo, and it's certainly more than Jurassic Evolution, and that is enough for me. It hits middle ground, definitely closer to Planet Zoo, but still though, there's going to be so much you can do in terms of building, and of course tying in with really beautiful creatures. Now, besides everything I've just said, there's not a whole lot else to really talk about. We've talked about the building, we've talked about the new creatures, how the game looks stylistically compared to how it used to be. What else is there left to talk about? Well, of course, there is more news, and as I said, I will talk about that in the other video. How many times have I mentioned that? I don't know why, I keep doing it. But it is true, and I do want to talk about more, but in terms of the trailer, this definitely brought up one thing that I must talk about. How this game utterly just destroys Jurassic Evolution. I want to talk about that, because I'll be honest, I am a Jurassic Evolution fanboy. I love Jurassic Evolution. Even if it is not the most perfect game in the world, even if it did not have everything, or it live up to its full potential, I still love it. I do. And while this game for sure dominates it, and while I myself am probably done with Jurassic Evolution, and I'm happy to move on to this, I don't think it's really fair to constantly just bash Jurassic Evolution over it if you actually care about the game. If you don't, if you are utterly pissed off at Jurassic Evolution, okay, fine, whatever. But I've seen people who love Jurassic Evolution have just utterly bashed it because of this trailer. And it's not the Prehistoric Kingdom's fault. It's just Jurassic Evolution hurt us a little bit. It did not end up being what we wanted. And so I get it. I do. But I'm still going to have that soft spot for Jurassic Evolution. I just am. I can't get rid of it. But I am more than happy to take Prehistoric Kingdom in with open arms. I cannot wait to just build the hell out of this game. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. P.S. Pathing looks amazing. I honestly forgot to talk about that, but the pathing got me excited. Why am I excited for pathing? I don't know. It does make me wonder how it's going to work, but I love the type of style of pathing they have. It looks a lot like Planet Zoo's pathing, and Planet Zoo has a wide variety of different types of pathing. It looks very, accessible like that. So yeah, overall, just to sum it up, Prehistoric Kingdom is going to be great. In some way, even if it comes out in segments altogether, it's going to be a great game. We all know it. It has mostly reminiscent of Planet Zoo, but actually has, the vibe of Jurassic Evolution, along with just the general love for prehistoric creatures. I seriously love this trailer. I really do. And it definitely is going to set them on a new course, because I feel like up until now, it's kind of just been this game that's just been questionable altogether. Like, yeah, it was going to happen, but we just did not know for sure because of the constant changes and how long it was taking them. But I feel like at this point, with this trailer finally setting it on a course, giving it a new look, because we still have tons of old looks at how it used to look. We have for a long time seen how they've gone from very basic looking game to a very gorgeous looking game, and I can't help but still remember the past. But this, like I said, this trailer has taken the game and it's setting it on a new course with a new style, and now it is officially heading to Q2 of 2021. And again, there are things officially talked about, like how many creatures we're getting, what has been cut and saved for later, all these things. But when it's done, when it's all said and done, it's gonna be an amazing game. We all know it. And I know this video wasn't that long, but I just, I wanted to talk about the trailer, as I feel like it itself deserved a video, even if it's a day late. So sorry about that, but we're here. And again, I will be talking about the other stuff later on, so yeah. Anyway though, thank you all so much for watching this video. Cannot wait myself to get my hands on this game, as I'm sure we all are. And yeah, let me know what about the trailer you loved most. What exactly are you most excited for? And yeah, and also, I don't usually like to advertise this kind of stuff, but I would really appreciate it if you guys were to check out my Discord in the description below. I finally just made it more of a Prehistoric Kingdom, not just Planet Zoo Discord. There is a lot of crazy and fun stuff that happens on that Discord. I talk a lot on that Discord, so if you ever want to talk with me, please join. It's in the description down below. But anyway though, for the last time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.